Clear quartz crystal is one of the magic gift of Earth's givings, which has the most widely distributed and numerous. It is a type of natural crystal, rich in a strong magnetic field, can improve our memory, and keep our minds clear, if you wear it on you. In addition, clear quartz has big positive energy, which can effectively prevent the invasion of negative energy, and bring in wealth and treasure, if you put it in your house. Here we have some quartz crystals come from different countries: Colombia, India, Pakistan, Brazil, Mongolia, Yunnan, China, Congo, Madagascar, Tibet, China. I'll show you one by one, to introduce the typical characteristics of each crystal, from different origins, but it's not very absolute for all quartz. After all, even mines on the same mountain, come out completely different quartz. At first, let me show you a twin quartz comes from Colombia. It's almost transparent and less cloudy. It shows shiny surface with horizontal striation. I can feel that the striations are not deep, that's why it looks more shiny. Most of the horizontal striations extend the whole surface. Some of them are broken by the vertical striations. The surface of crystal's tip has sutures on it. There are some small faces. It's almost perfectly clear, and have good luster. The next one also comes from Colombia. Shows a typical example of a rock crystal with muso habit. Shows triangular cross-section at the crystal tips, and kite-shaped are faces. The crystal is perfectly clear, but 3 of the large surface is slightly roughened. It's also a Lemurian sea crystal. The surfaces of the tip are shiny. This one comes from India. It's a typical spiral crystal with fine, slightly curvy striations on it. The evenly striations are very fine and dense. They're occasionally interspersed with several vertical winding striations. It has smooth and complete faces on crystal tips. It's uneven on the back, but there are also beautiful striations. This one is perfectly clear. This one is also a spiral crystal, comes from India. Its spiral habit is more pronounced. It's clear and also has gorgeous texture on the surface, with green phantom included. This one comes from Pakistan. It's a perfectly clear macro-mosaic rock crystal. It appears castle-like shape at the connection of the crystal tip and prism body. Despite their mosaic-like internal structure, if cut and polished, transparent crystals appear perfectly clear and homogeneous. There are sutures on the surface of the crystal tip. This fade-in quartz aggregate also comes from Pakistan. Flat double-terminated quartz crystals grow out from the fade-in. Not perfectly clear but has shiny surface. This big one also comes from Pakistan. It's ice clear. Has shiny surface with sutures. The superglass surface makes it look like more shiny than others. The greenish patch is chlorite grown with crystal. It also has luster. On the back, there are many triangular crystal tips, more shiny. Then, this clear one comes from Brazil. Complete horizontal striations extend to the whole surface. It is perfect clear, with complete smooth tips. There is a small broken but does not affect its overall beauty. The same origin of Brazil. This double-terminated quartz point has typical Brazil horizontal striations. This one is translucent. And the next one also comes from Brazil. Has typical horizontal striations on the hexagonal prism, and the crystal's tip faces lack striation. This one is perfect clear. Here is a large double-terminated quartz crystal comes from Brazil. Perhaps because of its unique shape. There are horizontal striations every faces including the crystal tips. It's also perfect clear. This one comes from Mongolia. It's a low-temperature crystal. It has more roughened, partially textured surfaces and that are less shiny. But the crystal tips have smooth faces. It has milky core and almost not clear. This one also comes from Mongolia. It's a secondary crystallization quartz aggregate. The visible Lemurian quartz crystal with striations. It also has milky core. Although it is covered by ice surface, but they also has luster. It's like a layer of frost on the surface. Very beautiful. This one is a typical crystal of vertically intergraphed crystals. There is a pseudo-hexagonal crystal tip. The lower part is a steep rhombohedral with rough surface. It has a little luster. This one is a typical crystal of Jinku, Sichuan. It has super glass skin surface, and rainbows in it. The prism faces and the rhombohedral faces are smooth and shiny. This one also comes from Jinku, very smooth tips. It has rainbow included. Even with striations on the prism faces, they are very light and the surface looks very smooth. This one is a typical crystal of flat quartz crystals comes from Yungui. It shows a castle quartz with smooth surface. Although it's flat but its structure is abundant. This one comes from Yongui, China. The typical shape of Yongui crystal is double terminated crystals, with black sand included. It has step-like striations on the surface. Some of the crystals' origin Yongui are very shiny Herkimer diamond crystals, and some have moving bubble sand in it. Here is a typical Herkimer diamond crystal's geode. The crystals grown like a flower. Very, very beautiful. This one is the same. This one is a white skeleton quartz crystal, comes from Sichuan, China. It's a double terminated quartz with floating crystals on it. There are stepped curved striations. It has luster on the surfaces but not very shiny. This castle quartz comes from Congo. The crystal's prism is a chaotic mosaic made of different types of faces, reflecting its macromosaic structure. The lower part of the castle is clear and shiny. It has sutures on the tip faces, and some are divided into different facets. That's why it looks very shiny. This one comes from Madagascar. The prism faces and rhomboidal faces lack striation. It's rough but have luster. It's a vertically intergraphed crystal. Here comes a high-frequency energy quartz, comes from Tibet, China. It has small cracks included, make it shiny inside. Grow with green chlorite. This one is also a Tibet quartz. Green phantom covered all of the crystal. It's a twins quartz. It has perfect clear core. The green phantom covered surface also has druzy luster. This one is big energy quartz. This one a typical golden surface Himalayan quartz crystal. It has rainbow aura colors on it. Beautiful one. Has smooth surface but not clear core. Its shape is a large scepter crystal. In the end, let me leave you a question. Can you recognize where does this one come from? Leave me a message in the comments. I will reply you whether your answer is correct. See you in my next video. Bye.